the Russo brothers saw their fair share of criticism when it came to all of their Avengers films, and of course even their Captain America films. A lot of criticism and hate has been tossed on them ever since the ending of Avengers Endgame, where of course, well, they decided to kill off Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow. So how do the Russo brothers respond to this? By making fun of you. So in case you didn't know, the Russo brothers do have an official TikTok. It's for their production house because they have their own Hollywood production house where they put out, obviously, smaller films, sometimes somewhat bigger films, obviously not as big as the Avengers. That's really not in their, court, if you will, but they put out some pretty good stuff, and obviously they're working on more. So they constantly get bombarded in the comments with people that hate them for what they did to this character, that character, and, it's the constant thing. But mostly you see a lot of people saying, we hate you for what you did with Black Widow, Natasha, this and that. So they replied by doing the little, tiny violin thing, giving a frowny face and laughing. And yeah, they know. They've addressed this before. They've talked about it before. People also forget that they didn't kill her. The writers and Marvel Studios chose to kill her off. So they were just doing the job that they were hired to do. Now, again, look, I don't know what to tell you about this. Look, how long has it been? 4 years or something since Endgame or whatever? Can't we move past it? You even had a Black Widow solo movie come out after she was killed off. You got her story. She's been in the MCU since Iron Man 2, one of the longest characters in the MCU. That's pretty impressive. Again, not one of my favorites. I've made that very well known. I didn't care if she died or lived, whatever, but her story had a pretty decent wrap-up, and she died to save everybody. That's a pretty heroic ending. If everybody survives, then there's really no stakes or nothing, and you would all be saying you weren't ballsy enough to kill off anybody, why are you such hack directors? Which they were saying with previous Marvel films, and even going into talking about how Marvel Studios doesn't have the balls to kill off any main cast Avengers because they sell merchandise and all this and all that. And then when they do it, these same people switch tone and go, oh, you killed my favorite one. Now I'm angry. Time to attack. It's guys. Look. You can't win them all. And you got to just make the best decisions. And what you're planning to do, you got to see it through. Was I happy that they retired Captain America? Not necessarily. Was I happy that they killed off Iron Man? Not necessarily. I like what they did with Thor up until that was botched right after it, but, you can't like all of it, but constantly complaining about it years on after the fact it's been done with, we just gotta move on, man. There's better things to waste your energy on. Like DMZ mode in Warzone 2, stupid accurate bots.